whenever you start a new chapter, there's a part though that we forget, which is actually closing the previous chapter. And that's what's happened with me. And I think grief is not just for losing your loved ones. It's also about moving to a new house, changing jobs. And you have to go through the grieving cycle for those new chapters also. Para you're ready for the next chapter.
Hello, supers! Welcome to Paano Ba To with me, Bianca Gonzalez. Paano Ba To is now 10 years old, and as part of the celebration, I hosted the biggest Paano Ba To live I've ever done, created in partnership with Globe. Thank you, Globe. Life Check: How to Move Forward with Courage. We did a live recording for this episode featuring two people I always love speaking with and listening to, Jim and Saab of the Wake Up with Jim and Saab podcast. Go forward together. Let's get right to it.
Jim Bacarro and Saab Magalona Bacarro are content creators and hosts of the Wake Up with Jim and Saab podcast. Syempre, loving parents to Pancho
Hello. Hi.
and Vito, and syempre lahat ng mga pod kids.
Hi.
They are bandmates in the indie group, The Cheats, and syempre, in their respective fields, di ba? Si Sab kasabayan ko yan, OG writer, online blogger, certified ADHD coach, si Sab. And of course, si Jim, daming tong ginagawa. Daming business, daming negosyo, and also a mental health advocate. So, welcome to Paano Ba To Live, Jim and Sam.
Hi, everyone.
Congratulations.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
Wow.
You were part of Paano Ba To Live Volume 4. You were pregnant at that time. Do you
Oo nga
remember?
pala. I just remembered na umiyak ako, of course, as always. Hindi ako iiyak today. You're welcome. Because I've done so much work
Yan,
on,
tama.
on myself. Pero no promises.
Yeah. Yan na nga. Moving forward with courage. I guess easier said than done, no? But in everything na napagdaanan ninyong dalawa, how did you sort of develop that growth mindset? And I say growth mindset kasi, di ba, every time you reach a challenge or a crossroad or you fail or you make a mistake, yun yung magpo-push sa'yo forward na hindi, kaya ko pa, I'll move forward. So, how did you develop that, you feel?
Jim.
Okay. Well, I think I'll start with career. I think I had a conversation with my dad. So yung dad ko kasi long time corporate. He was 30 years corporate, so that was my definition of success. And I kept quitting jobs kasi millennial ako. So, dun
Shout out! Sino nag-quit na ng job?
Sino marami ng
Yeah.
quinitan? Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Nung time ko, hindi pa uso yung how it is now, na parang, hindi ko feel, hindi ako papasok. Right? Nung time ko, it was, if you quit your job, wala ka ng pag-asa sa buhay. Ganon. Less than 2 years.
Dati, ganun yung
Ganun.
mindset. Yeah.
Parang
It's like you have yung resume mo of your work. Diba?
Oo, parang, ini-imagine ko na agad, like, oh my God, paano ko sasabihin sa next interview ko na 6 months lang ako dito. So anyway, I kept doing that. I never talked to my dad about it kasi, or when I would tell him na I quit this top corporation, laging and anyway, yung life-changing advice na he gave me, he said, imagine yourself in a room, and parang say all the voices that you're hearing right now. So like kunwari, dapat top corporation. Dapat hindi ka mag-quit o wag ka magnegosyo, wag ka maging ganito. And then put faces to those people. Okay? So, and when I did that, I realized na yung mga sobrang daldal at sobrang lakas sumisigaw were people who didn't matter in my life. So anyway, I guess I'm sharing that because I think in everything I've done, especially in transitioning from one phase to another, you will have those voices kasi na you shouldn't do this, dapat ganito ka, bakit ka ganyan. And I always apply that practice. Like, sino yung nagsasabi niyan? And like, acquaintance ko lang yun nung college eh. Parang anong pakialam ko dyan? Pero si Sab is the one who's actually saying, go, be this person, be... Uh, and parang nakikebs siya in that imaginary room.
Because our brains have a negativity bias, di ba? Parang pag sa comment section ka, tas especially, di ba, content creator na ang daming mga, yay, so nice, so beautiful, biglang may isang, pangit. Doon ka talaga like, yun yung re-replyan mo, yun yung ano mo, kasi the way our body works when it's negative, it's just really like you gravitate towards it. That's just our human nature. And I guess it takes practice to just breathe through it and remember nga na, it's like, ano yung in the grand scheme of things? Anong magagawa na to for me? Growth mindset, ako naman, different from your dad na corporate, sa amin walang corporate. My mom and dad, in fairness sa kanila, our whole lives, I don't think I remember them ever telling us, no, don't do that. Do this instead. So, very, very punk rock na, anong gusto mong course in college? Creative writing? Tapos parang, naghihintay ako na parang, walang pera dyan. And my mom was like, yeah, go. So ako, okay. So, okay. It was just parang go. But then again, for someone like me who I am diagnosed with ADHD, a lot of freedom can also be it's overwhelming. So I gotta say, I have a lot of support. I found a lot of support through my husband. And malaking push rin sa akin yung having kids to find like the way forward. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay.
Of course, support system is so critical to everyone's life. No matter if it seems na, she made it, he made it. That didn't happen na mag-isa lang sila, diba? It took a partner, a village, a group that helped them get there.
Yes.
Because we're talking about moving forward with courage, I was curious if you have any particular point in your life na feeling nyo yun yung pinaka-moment that you felt you had to move forward with some sort of courage. Kahit mahirap.
Definitely.
Dami. Like, where do we
Sobrang dami na, but I think the main one is, I don't know if you know our story, pero yun nga, Sab had a very difficult birthing experience. And during that time, so
we had a difficult.
We. So,
Nila, no?
when Sab gave birth, we lost our twin baby girl, si Luna. And then si Pancho was in the NICU for 2 months. So while Pancho was in the NICU, Sab was in the ICU naman. So for 10 days si Sab, tapos ako. So I guess to answer the question, it was shifting between the two ICUs for me. Ayun pala, sorry. And also in between that, I had to bring our baby Luna to the morgue. And Sab was in the ICU. So I don't know if you've had a bad hospital experience, pero when you are in that cycle, it's just all about waiting for a doctor to come and say, ito na naman ang problema. Ganon. So, I would have to listen what's going on with Pancho and then go to Sab and, not tell her, honestly. Like, I had to. And we've been married magte 10 years na kami. And I've never hidden anything from her. So, that was the first time ever na I knew something so critical, hindi ko masabi. So, anyway, I would say na kaya it was a growth moment.
Super.
Yeah, kasi just FYI, if you did not know me, lahat ng mga relationships ko in the past, usually walang third party, walang drama. Usually nagbe-break lang based on geography. Kasi sobrang tamad ko mag-drive.
Gusto niya maglaro ng 2K,
Ganon,
tapos
gusto
ang
ko-
layo ng bahay.
Ganon lang ako. I like I would go to Metro Walk and buy
I think
Blu-ray.
you should do your public apology now.
Okay, sorry to all my previous girlfriends. Pero I would buy Harry Potter, ganun yung gano ko parang, ay naku, nabasag na naman yung Harry Potter day ko kasi may date kami. So ganun ako. So I think that's why it was growth because comfort seeker ako all my life. Like, and this was the most uncomfortable thing ever. So again, sandwich between two rooms, having to go from one room to another and actually really project and be strong for that person. It it really as in it talagang it pulled me apart. But I would like to say na I was crying, which I think was crucial. Like I remember I was with Saab's mom. We were eating cheeseburgers on the hospital floor. And after 3 days, that was the first time I actually cried. And and
Promise ako eh.
so so anyway, no, I'm just sharing that kasi there's this misconception or like there's this misconception nga na about na if you want to be strong, if you want to transform, if you want to grow, kailangan go lang ng go, you have to move forward. But I was taking these mini breaks in between to actually break down and be vulnerable. Yeah.
Aww.
Thanks for sharing, Jim.
Aww. Yeah,
Kaya
and-
pa sabi.
Ano? Wait lang ha. Pero, actually, nakakatawa nga. Ngayon ko lang na-realize rin. Like, hindi ngayon lang. Pero, diba, parang all throughout the relationship, like, I'm the one always, like, filling out forms, like, making the decisions pag may traveling. Like, I like doing the stuff. I like it. Like, I like making the decisions. So, at that time, parang, ikaw talaga, you really, like, stepped up walang kahit anong, like, you were, I love it.
Yeah, as an example, one time kami ni Sab, wala siya. I had to go on a trip. Pagdating ko sa airport, pagdating ko sa immigration officer, saan kayo pupunta? Tapos ako,
Because I booked every...
Australia. Anyway, so
Yeah.
oo nga no, I
Yeah.
completely forgot about that.
Ako naman, I guess, well, ang daming moments I'm like having flashbacks. Pero I think sa akin naman, I don't know if anybody here has issues with like perfectionism. Yes, love to be perfect. Like any way na Jim doesn't think I'm perfect, like I get like, how dare you? Hindi ako perfect. Sorry na, hindi ako perfect. Oh, sorry. Sa lahat ng ginagawa ko para sa'yo, ito na nakikita mo. Hindi mo, parang, gusto ko lagi akong, that was my before. Okay, iba na ako ngayon. Pero laging gusto ko perfect ako. Perfect, like I do everything. And it's actually something that a lot of people struggle with, especially those who are neurodivergent. And it was very hard for me to show vulnerability, same as what you were saying. And I think after the whole birth trauma, that was what helped me move forward when I finally, allowed Jim to be my rock and to allow myself to lean on him, ask him to help me get help from professionals, take care of my mental health. And I think, yeah, that was a big move forward.
I think all of us can relate to that. Some sort of moment or moments in our life na parang na no choice ka. Like you were living normal, day to day, you got it. Kayang-kaya ko to. Biglang boom! Life throws you something and you're like, what the fuck? Like what am I
Oh my
going?
gosh, nagbara si Bianca.
Ay, sorry. 10 years na kasi, guys. Pwede na. She's all grown up. But
Part
diba
2 na
yung...
eh, part 2.
Yes. I mean, like, you really... What? Totoo ba to?
Yeah.
But like, again, with the people around you, with your belief in yourself, and sometimes with... Kasi, in fact, wala kang choice, you'll surprise yourself with like the things you can actually accomplish.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to steer the conversation naman towards passion. it's a topic that you've discussed a lot on your pod as well. But a lot of the attendees here today still have questions regarding that. Balancing kung ano yung gusto gawin or passion or something that makes me happy versus ang dami ko kailangan gawin para bayaran ng mga day-to-day bills. How do you guys go about either finding or still pursuing a passion, given na that we are lucky to have jobs that we love? Pero yun nga, yung mga responsibilidad ng araw-araw, that is the not fun stuff.
Ayun, sa amin, si Jim yung, not fun stuff. Yung mga business na joke.
Sa kanya na. Oo.
What would you say?
I would say it's always been about doing stuff na you don't expect to get paid for. And I think that would come, like for example, when we started Linya Linya around 10 years ago, kaka-start lang ng mga meme, mga 9gag. So I was so passionate about it. Pero I still had a day job. So while I was in my office, literally yun lang ginagawa ko the whole day. Linya-linya lang. Walang connection dun sa trabahong yun.
Nakikigamit lang ng
advice ba
office.
yan?
Oo.
But I do wanna say na I think the reason why I was doing it is because I was so into it. Okay? So there was a practical side. I was there. I was physically there in the office. Hindi ako mapapagalitan ng boss ko. But I was into that. Yung pagbabanda namin, honestly, like naalala ko when I finally got the job of my dreams, quote unquote. Okay? Again, sabi ko maraming bosses. That was the voice of my dad and whoever na. This is the top company in the world, whatever. Para siyang Globe. Ganon. Yes.
Hayop.
Yeah, hayop.
Hayop.
Anyway, so para siyang Globe. So I got the job and then as soon as I got the job, biglang pumatok yung band namin, yung Cheats. So, yun na naman. Parang perfect job. Great pay. Pero all I wanted to do was the band na bayad beer. 'Di ba? So, but we kept doing it. And I think what I would say is, my advice is, the reason why it has worked for us is because for each passion, I think I knew and in the very beginning kung ano yung measurement of success nung passion na yun. And I was very deliberate kung ano yung measurement ko. And by doing that, it didn't feel like nagbabato lang ako sa ere ng wala. So for example, when we started podcasting, sabi ko, oh my God, we have 100 streams. Astig. And like, sige, parang, let's just keep doing this kasi this is our date night. Once a week, ha? Once a week. Yun lang. So yun yung measurement of success namin during that time. Nung nagbabanda, it was to do a gig. Right? So, I guess, it was never like, and it's the complete opposite of like, nung start of the pandemic, ang dami tumatawag sa akin, mga bro, paano pa gumawa ng podcast? Tapos ako parang, knowing this guy, I was like, hindi to magtatagal. Kasi parang, magkano ba kita doon, pare? So, I was like, I don't think that's it. So, yun. I think that's it. Like,
I guess ikaw, coming from someone who had a corporate job, when did you know when to quit? Kasi that was bringing in income.
That is actually a question of, I believe, a few people who are here as well.
you actually did it.
Recurring siya, di ba? Parang totoo naman yung, okay, you have a day job which kailangan gawin kasi kailangan talaga natin kumita. Pero I'm doing something on the side. Di ba? Madaming may ganun.
yeah. Well, number one, I remember I had a conversation with Saab kasi when I told her,
Bagong kasal tayo.
bagong kasal kami, tapos sabi ko, hey, yung bago kong job, yung Globe, sabi ni Globe, kailangan ko na pumasok ng Saturdays. And Saab lost it.
I was young back then.
Oh,
and I was
as in-
like, oh my God, wala ka Saturday. Siyempre ako, wala naman akong corporate job. So parang ako, dami kong time, tapos wala ka sa bahay.
So, but she did ask me, sabi niya, ano bang definition of success?
Quit ka na dyan sa Globe. Joke.
Sabi niya, ano bang definition mo of success? Tapos sabi ko, infinity pool. Tapos sabi niya, ha? Seryoso?
That pisses me off so much.
And then Sab said, my version of happiness is seeing you so happy or you coming home very happy. So I was like, oh, so how do I become happy? And then I think same advice dun sa binigay ko kanina na measure. So what I did was like, okay, I'll stay in this company. I'm gonna save X amount of money for parang a 3-month window while I'm gonna look for part-time work. So for me, I know na nga,
He did.
di ba? Naalala mo yan?
Oh my gosh.
So may mga, kung may nakita ko yung mga fake articles, mga fake news na articles.
Uy, hindi fake news
Walang
yun.
connection sa
Wala,
elections ha.
wala,
Puro
wala.
mga Kim Kardashian, the new Catwoman. Mga ganun. For a Korean website. So anyway, I did that. Gumawa ako ng
He
jingle.
really did part-time work
Oh.
like that.
Pero I laid it out to Sab very clearly. Sabi ko like, okay, I'm quitting. I'm currently earning this. Magtatabi ako ng X amount by the time I quit. And when I do quit, I'm gonna make up for the shortfall by, doing fake articles and stuff.
We were newly married, and then you said, parang, do I have your support? Kasi syempre, di ba? So, and then of course I said, yeah. Perfect ako eh. Diba?
Okay. Before we go to Sab's version or Sab's side of the story, I wanted to pick up from what you said, Jim, about measure. Kasi one of my, to this day, favorite episodes on Paano Ba To, I had Direk Kathy Garcia, now Sampano. And she had a line there that until now, dala-dala ko. I asked her about being a blockbuster director, na parang highest grossing film, ganyan. How does she come into the next film with that type of pressure na everyone's expecting? And she said, it really all depends on you. Ano ba yung success sa'yo? Saan ka ba nakatingin? And that line, saan ka ba nakatingin? For me, is the same as that measure. Iba-iba tayo. For some, it's just, 3 meals a day, my family is comfortable, okay ako. Yung iba, gusto ko maging CEO. Yung iba, I want to be able to have savings para maka-travel. Ganyan, di ba? Iba-iba talaga tayo ng measure of success. And nobody else, speaking to the Voices point earlier, walang ibang makaka-define nun para sa'yo kundi ikaw. So, it really takes a lot of reflection, introspection to figure out ano nga ba yung success para sa akin and saan ba ako nakatingin talaga. Let's go to you, Sab. Yeah.
The passion thing.
Yes.
Or for me, for example, ano ba? Should I be candid or... I'm like going through my... Okay. So, I started my ADHD coaching membership. It's called Chaos Control Club. It's for adults with ADHD here in the Philippines. I think it may be the first of its kind. And I just felt so, like, talk about passion. Talagang I have been putting it off like for parang kasi nga parang of course there's fear of like wait, like this is not a thing in the Philippines. Like who everybody hates subscriptions, diba? Parang who pays for oh my God, like this is not lucrative, whatever. So I kept like negative, saying no, don't even pursue it. But then I just felt such a pull after like trying to say no to myself for about 2 years, I think. I finally made the jump. I just felt very, alam ko na kung bakit. Because I had another traumatic experience. In December, I almost died, second time.
Oh.
So I think that was it. After that time, I was like, you know what? I think you only live once, and this is really something that I want to do because I know how coaching has transformed me, and I want this to be more accessible locally. And that's why I pursued a 6-month course. I really dove deep into it. And then I noticed, yung ginagawa kong yon, and I was doing like one-on-one coaching. I had to get hours of that under my belt. Syempre, walang kahit anong bayad to, but it was taking a lot of my time. But when I was doing that, parang nagkaroon ako ng special kind of love for my day job na hindi ko na siya masyadong parang naman. Day job meaning like content creation. Boo-hoo, right? But, parang, when I was doing this na, because it was fueling me so much and like it was making me so happy, na I was helping people and I was getting better and, learning and just developing, I parang nadadala ko siya sa, okay, game. So what's on my to-do list today? So it worked hand in hand. So yeah, there.
I love that you said that because you articulated something that I've always felt. Like, I'm sure you guys get this a lot and a lot of you who do multiple things do as well. Paano mo nagagawa lahat? Bakit mo ginagawa lahat? But I feel like in my case, I do have a day job.
Yeah.
I am a television host, which
Yeah.
takes up a lot of my time. I do, paano ba to? Try to do it regularly on a weekly basis. And then I do She Talks Asia. So that's a women empowerment platform. And then I'm a mom and a wife. And so parang, bayan, dami namang gustong gawin sa life. Tapos kailangan po mag-me time. Di ba? Kailangan paalagaan yung sarili. I feel like, to your point, sobra kong saya na ginagawa lahat. So even if nakakangarag mag-drive papuntang trabaho ng 5 a.m., shoot all day in a station, go home late just to wake up again the next day. Yes, it makes me happy, pero even if things make you happy, pagod.
Yes,
Pagod
yes.
talaga. But I feel like if you have several things that you do in your life, kapag medyo hirap na hirap ka dito sa isang to, yung pa-burnout levels ka na, it's that other thing. Whatever it is that you do, no matter how small you feel it is, nagko-crochet ka na mga flowers, di ba? Nagsusulat ka on the side secretly na ayaw mo i-share sa ibang tao. Parang the joy that you get from that, it fuels you to do the other things that you do.
Yeah. And it's not always true na you have to find a job, meaning like a paying job that you're passionate about. Kasi tama, sometimes people want to turn their hobbies into their their career. And I don't think parang don't believe rin that that's always the case, because sometimes tama ka, like the crocheting, like I love doing it, but my gosh, di ko kaya gawin yun, like ilang ganun yung gagawin ko para makabenta, di ba? So ayun.
I wanted to go to support system naman. Kanina pa it has been popping up. Parang either support for us or our support to other people enable them and us to move forward. What has that support system? Aside from you two sa isa't isa, obviously, but what has that support system looked like in your life? And how did you build that? Wala aside from each other.
I think it's I would like to say na Saab has always been so giving talaga. So I think we've always had this mentality na if we're doing something fun, let's involve people as much as we can. And it's never been about let's partner with this person kasi, or let's be friends with this person kasi beneficial siya for what we're building. It's always been about saya kasama to. Kuwari, like I always joke nga with our friends, like sana marunong ka mag-accounting. Di ba? Parang or something like that, alam mo yun. So I would say that I think
Did they get offended na parang sorry ha?
Hindi, pero I think like kuwari kami, may joke nga kami na yung buong band namin, yung cheats, like I'm slowly including them in our businesses. And I think it's because the most important thing in building your support system is shared values.
Oh, yeah.
Kasi that
For
will
sure.
transcend anything. So if it's whether you guys are trying to build a business, you guys are grieving, someone is sick in the family, those values will keep you guys alam mo yun, parang alam mo na it's the same amount of support and no matter what challenge comes your way. So there, I think it's been very, very selective of people na same values. And may joke na nga kami ni Saab na parang alam na namin na when we go out, we know na parang hindi kami, just like I said na you put certain measurements of success, I think you kind of have to put certain measurements of friendships. na don't expect na this friendship is the one that will make you feel like you're the best person in the world, right? Or kunwari, do I still have you?
Yeah, a little
Hindi,
bit.
kunwari,
Okay,
let's
okay.
say, ganito. Kunwari, meron kaming friend na gimmick friend. Why will I expect that person to be the one na I'll go to and like, say, grabe, hindi ako sinusupport nga ngayon may problem ako sa trabaho. But you can do that with your best friend. Na, uy, you didn't greet me on my birthday. You're an asshole, diba? So, you can do that. Pero, you can't, so I think that has helped us too, right? Parang, enjoy the people. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oy, musta? 5-5. I don't care. I mean, okay, if that person, but alam ko sino yung core people in our lives, and talagang yun yung mga talagang aalagaan namin.
Yeah.
And it takes time to find those
Definitely.
core people. To your point, paano mo mahahanap or ma-realize or ma-check kung totoo bang aligned kayo ng values ng kung sino man tong support system that you're trying to build around you?
Challenges. Dun lalabas. When let's say, it's about money, it's about family problems, it's about something of like, for example, like, did you vote for this person or this person? Alam mo yun? Or those are things that those are things that anything that is stressful, anything that is scary, dun lalabas kung sino yung totoong kaibigan mo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't agree?
No, I do. Pero kasi nanonood kasi ako ng Wicked. So parang,
Oh!
there's like a lot of like nuances, like what is good and then not. So I mean, gets ko.
Mali. I take back the election thing. Mali yung election thing. Parang kasi
Tama naman. I mean,
hindi, nagigets kita. Sinasabi ko lang na
people can change for good.
Yeah, kaya I take it
Or
back.
bad. Oo.
Or bad.
I take it back.
Ang
Ang
okay
point-
lang, sabi mo na eh. Charot.
Hindi, pero yung point ko,
Yeah.
ano ba?
Hindi. Tama naman. Ako,
Okay,
for me, for some reason, when you said that, the first thing that came to mind is when my dad passed away, ang daming nag-send sa akin ng messages. For some reason, I know every single person that sent me a message. Kahit hindi ako nakapag-reply sa lahat. Kahit anong ano yan, kahit alam ko they think na hindi ko nakita or whatever. I remember if they sent me something. So, you know, that's why when a friend loses someone dear to them, alam mo yung minsan in my head, I'm like, shocked, ayoko siyang guluhin kasi baka may nag-grieve siya. I'm letting you know, I really appreciated it. Just a simple message. So kung nahihiya ka to reach out, just send that message kasi it will really be so powerful. Yeah.
Hindi. And that's actually what I was trying to say. Na parang,
Challenges.
challenges.
Sige, kaya mo yan.
Iko-connect ni Jim. Kaya mo.
Hindi, kuwari, like, when I remember when we were in our toughest times, before it happened, we had these set of friends na talagang every time, every weekend kasama namin. And then nung nangyari yun, biglang wala. And I guess that's how they deal with it. And I don't judge them for that.
Hindi, judge mo sila.
Hindi. Hindi, kaya nga sinasabi ko na, that's why I don't want to get into that hole na.
Ay.
I don't want to actually say that.
Yeah.
This person, sobrang walang kwenta. Pero, hindi. Parang, okay, this is how this person deals with tough situations.
I mean,
Hindi
if you
kami
wanna call
magka-align,
someone
hindi
to-
kami
yeah.
magka-align sa values. Kasi kami ni Saab, when someone is going through something, we will express na, hey, I'm here for you, I love you. But this person, hindi siya ganun. So, okay, gimmick friend ka na. Bye. Ganun.
And ako naman, I didn't want it to seem like, joke lang yung kanina na parang, si Jim lang yung support system ko. No, definitely. Like, you are the biggest support. Pero, like, for example, I have a best friend. And marami kaming challenges rin, di ba? Female friendships especially, it's very like, it's a dance, right? But then, makikita mo na parang, gosh, through the years, like, we just really like, just keep supporting each other, lifting each other up, and clapping kapag may nangyayari sa buhay ng isa. And yun nga, there's a quote about that, diba? Na parang, notice who doesn't clap, your friend who doesn't clap when you're doing something and, maybe you want to
Performing or just
No,
like...
like, kung I mean, like,
Cheering you on.
yeah, parang
Clapping
ganun. Parang
metaphorically.
pag kumari may
Okay,
nangyari
okay.
sa buhay mo, it's parang, wow, ikaw na. Ay, parang,
Gets.
So, it's, ayun, I like it na there's just a lot of actual support there.
Yeah, actually, that should be a general rule in life. If your friend is not happy for you when you have success,
And
Hindi mo
lang
siya friend talaga.
Pero hindi lang siya
No
form
way.
of like kung nag-comment sa post mo ha.
Yeah.
Kasi
Hindi ganon.
Hindi ganon pero alam mo yun, yung harap-harapan, tas parang medyo, wow, bida. May book too, galing. Ikaw na. Ang daming ginagawa.
Napapa-assess ko na ako, may nagsabi na ba sa akin? No, but that's true. And on the side of that, mapunta sa that topic about friendship, it's true na talagang through the years, like, you will outgrow. Di ba may stages
yeah.
pag high school friends, parang ito na yon forever. And then college, parang ito na yon forever. And then pag work, oh my gosh, ito na yon forever.
Oh my gosh.
Pero merong konting fallout, di ba? And I think that we should normalize being okay that
Yes.
really happens. Kasi
Super.
yun nga to your point, the older we get, the more natin nakikilala yung sarili natin, di ba? Ibig sabihin, the more din natin na-realize sino ba yung taong fit sa buhay natin. And if they're not fit, doesn't mean they're a bad person. It's just that hindi siya fit.
Super.
Oo.
That's happened to me a lot. And may mga pot stirrer na mga, hahanapan ako ng, ba't di na kayo okay? Blah, 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 blah. Tapos parang, I just always, syempre at the start, it's like, wow. Pero, there came a point na parang, na-realize mo lang rin na parang, no one's bad or good, and then it's just like, you just grew apart, and you just want different things, diba? I mean, a lot of people didn't vibe with me becoming a mom, and syempre, ano pa sila, party life pa sila, and I don't get mad at them for that. Like, so, it's fine with me. Pero ako rin, kaya ko pa namang pumarty. Invite niyo naman ako, kahit mag-no ako. The joke lang. Pero yun, I think it's very important nga na, no, hindi naman ako yung tama, sila yung mali. It's just like, you just kind of, and then you just say, hey, good luck.
Yeah,
And me also, okay, enjoy.
Yeah. And as cheesy as it may sound, I think it all really starts from us. Let's not be that friend na, wow, book two.
Yeah.
Ikaw na. Diba? Let
wow.
us be that genuine cheerleader for that friend na parang even if may nakuha siya na medyo ikaw yung may gusto, parang, galing. Parang happy for you. And I guess just think na, in my time, ako naman, oo. Sabi.
Quick observation lang. It's just so funny seeing girls and yung friendships nyo, how it's so complicated. Grabe. Like, ito si Saab, ang dami ng friendships na, like, ako like, what? Bakit pa parang, alam mo, we always talk about that. Na,
Kaya saan yung mga guy friends mo?
ano, yun nga. Yun, on the other end of it, grabe nung pandemic, ang hirap to be a guy. Kasi it's like, guys don't say like, hey, how are you? We don't do that. So it's like,
Well, they should.
I know, but
yeah. Totoo.
You're changing it.
trying.
Yes.
Thumbs up.
One last thing about new life chapters, new life phases, because a lot of the people here either new job, moved place, new life stage, and that's not an easy transition, di ba? In terms of career, kasi a lot of the questions, most of the questions were about career. When you had to make some sort of jump from one thing to another, I know you shared about your entrepreneurial jump earlier, pero yeah, how do you do that? Ang hirap, pero sige, I'll take the leap.
Well, I think the first one is sticking to your why, having like ask yourself, why are you doing this, and be very, very honest with yourself. If you ask the question, does it excite you in the morning? Will it excite you in the morning? When it gets stressful, will it still be exciting? Whatever new chapter requires me to wake up at 3 in the morning and tatakbo ako doon to do the job of someone else, will it still be exciting? If yes, then go, go, go. But actually, what I want to share today is not just about yung go, go, go. Kasi so, yun na yung advice ko. Pero I think whenever you start a new chapter, there's a part though na we forget, which is actually closing the previous chapter. And that's what's happened with me. And I think grief is not just for losing your loved ones. It's also about moving to a new house, changing jobs. And you have to go through the grieving cycle for those new chapters also. Para you're ready for the next chapter. And personally, yun yung nangyari sa akin. Like when we were finally, hindi na kami 5 times a week nasa hospital. Pancho was getting better. We just had Vito. Chill na. Biglang dun lumabas yung manifestation of my anxiety. And that's when I sought help. So, and the realization was I didn't stop and process the previous chapter. I was already in a new chapter. Go, go, go pa rin. Like, oh, sige, sige. I'm feeling things. Gawa ako ng business. Ganon. Oh my God, I'm feeling things. Gawa tayong podcast. I'm feeling things. Gawa tayong gimmick. Whatever. Gawa tayong gig. But I never stopped and said, what happened ba talaga last time? How did I feel? Why did my heart break? What can I do? Yun.
I think when there's a new stage in your life, you first have to acknowledge that there is a change. So you have to stop, you have to pause, you have to acknowledge, oh, this is happening. And then, syempre, it's a new thing. So I also do want to recommend finding small, familiar things that you can hang on to. Like kahit yung kahit small hobbies, your friends who you can run to when things are feeling a little, parang ano tawag doon? Parang yung totem sa Inception. Parang ganun.
Totem.
Okay, sorry. Medyo, okay, nagets niyo ba yun? Yun, so, para to help you keep grounded as things are, moving maybe very fast to help you kind of slow down and appreciate where you are.
And I think it's important lang din to add that dun sa moving na yon, parang iba-iba tayo ng pace, sobra. And so, I get a lot of letters until now of the theme na parang feeling na papag-iwanan, which is such a human feeling, di ba? Andito na sila, andito ako. Or parang you expect yourself, hindi, dapat okay na ako by now, ba't hindi pa rin? I think that lahat tayo, we super have a different pace. That could be because of personality, background, past experiences, traumas, etc. Diba? And so, if yung pace mo is not at what other people thought it would be or at what you expected of yourself, okay lang. Ang hirap lang kasing madaliin tapos hindi pala okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and no one will ever live that life except you. So, kung kahit yun yung pace ng taong yun, like me, yung, oh my God, kinuha ko ng globe. Di ba? Parang, I was excited because I was imagining na yung mga kabatch ko na, oh, pare, musta yung telco, ganyan. I was, hindi naman sila yung papasok eh. Ako yun eh. I'm the one now, I'm not actually interested in this job, but I'm the one here. So even if that person looks like the person is doing great, because that person is enjoying that.
Thank you for that, Jim and Sab. And I think if there's anything that they helped me personally visualize with all their answers throughout this session, it's that when we think about moving forward, ganyan yan, di ba? Imagine a car on a straight road going, going, going. But their stories and their perspectives make me realize that it's okay na yung journey na yon, sa stop yung car, minsan 10 lang yung takbo ng car, papark siya overnight, diba? When you say move forward with courage, it's not like move forward with courage na parang 80 kph tapos nandun ka kagad. It's okay that sometimes, yes, you go fast, but if you have to slow down,
Kailangan ng maintenance.
kailangan ng
Diba?
maintenance ng
Kilometer
kotse,
check.
definitely. Oo.
Kilometer check every so often, di ba? So, hindi pwedeng basta-basta lang kasi it's not gonna
At
be good
may mga
for you.
kotse na mas mabilis.
Mhm.
Right? May kotse, may mga naka-helicopter or whatever.
May sabihin sana ako, sige, wag na lang. Pero with that, oh my goodness, let's give a big round of applause to Jim and
guys.
Saab. Of course, you can also stream their podcast, Wake Up with Jim and Saab.
Yes.
If anyone wants to check out your coaching
Go to
practice.
chaoscontrolclub.com. It's not just for people who are clinically diagnosed with ADHD. Some of the people are there and they don't identify as someone who has ADHD, but they really resonate with a lot of the mental health stuff and even anxiety and
Sobrang solid, I swear. Grabe.
so
Solid.
Nag-attend ka
Please.
din ng ano, or nandun ka lang sa
Hindi,
separate
kino-coach ko siya.
desk.
Kino-coach
May
niya
VIP
ako
siya.
lagi. Yeah.
So
I swear. Promise.
Okay, tama na.
Bet.
Oh.
Promise.
Okay, thank you.
And of course, actually later, may gigs sila. So if
Yes.
after this, you'd like to go to a concert, they are
Yeah.
in Linya Linya Land in
Yes.
Mandaluyong tonight.
Yeah.
Shops for kids or in Shango.
Yeah. By the way, if any of your parents,
Ang dami kasing
please go to Paddy Rock. It's in Shang Mall. So it's our play space and it's on YouTube rin. Hindi natin ang pag-usapan. Pero yun, we have
Yeah.
Paddy Rock. Kung gusto nyo uminom, may bar rin kami sa Makati called Big Fuzz.
Yes,
So
okay.
yun.
Yeah. All right.
A big round of applause again, Jim
Thank
and
you.
Sab!
Guys, thank you so much. Thanks.
Before I let you go, Jim and Sab, Miss Bea, ikaw yung tinitingnan ko. Oo, I have wala akong plaque of recognition. Wala namang ganon. Gusto ko lang sabihin na, hindi, kasi here in Paano Ba To Live and every Paano Ba To Live, they just sign up. All the attendees sign up. There is no ticket fee to sign up or anything. However, we do tell them that to secure their seat, they have to, part of securing their seat is they have to give a donation to the chosen charity of Paano Ba To. And because, of course, you have your heroes of the month, they have a Patreon account, ang Jim and Sab. From the donation of everyone here, we were able to get 27,850 pesos that I will match as well. I will double the amount and we are going to give to your heroes of the month. So yes, for all your... Of course. Yes, those are for the kids. So if ever, we can update you on the socials din of Paano Ba To to where your donations went. So thank you to all of you who gave the amount and some even gave more than the amount expected. So maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Again, thank you, Johnson!
This conversation with Jim and Sab was recorded live at Paano Ba To Live, the super meetup to celebrate 10 years of Paano Ba To. The event was created in partnership with Globe. Go forward together. Paano Ba To is created and hosted by me, Bianca Gonzalez, with podcast producer Annika Neri and edited by Kirsten Alonso. To be part of our community of supers, you can follow Paano Ba To on Instagram, and soon we'll be posting content on TikTok. Our account is Ask Paano Ba To. You can also join our private Facebook group, the Paano Ba To Super Group. Till our next episode, stay super, supers!